Hello and welcome back to another video on a very dreary fall day here in Tokyo. I'm in Tokyo's Haneda Airport and today we're going to be heading to Fukuoka. And to do that, we're going to be taking one of Japan Airlines' new A350s. They started flying the A350s a year ago, September 2019. Since then, they have 5 of these aircraft currently. I think today's is the fourth one that they have. To do that also, we're going to do this in Japan Airlines J Class or Class J, their domestic business products. So lots to show you. I'm very excited to get back on a plane and to go with business class. Enjoy the video. My day started in the wee hours of the morning. It was a cold, wet, soggy October day, and at this time of the year in Tokyo, the sun rises at about 6 a.m. Happily being on the train and out of the elements, I made my way using the very convenient KQ line to reach Haneda Airport. Japan Airlines occupies the vast majority of Terminal 1. Once inside, I was happy to see the airport had some life to it. It was a stark contrast to when I was here even a few months back. This is by no means 100% pre-COVID levels. However, it's good to see the domestic demand edge in the right direction. With borders essentially closed, international travel to Japan at this time was still pretty much nil to none. Today we're departing out of Gate 9, which appeared to be a bit small for a wide body as it was quite crowded. So the A350 today, we're taking the 4th Japan Airlines A350. They're really easy to tell because each one of the aircraft, really special aircraft, they each have a different livery. The traditional red is the first one. I think number 2 is gray, don't hold me with that one. Number 3 is green. And then number 4 here is for Arashi, a popular J-pop idol group or something like that, 20th year. So they have big enough to have a livery painted after them. So aircraft number 4, let's jump on board. It's always fun when you can turn left going onto the plane. It's great. As we're jumping on board, I want to mention that if you find yourself flying Class J on the 350, be sure to choose the forward cabin. The door for economy is situated between the 2 cabins, so there's plenty of congestion and traffic through the second cabin. Today's scouting report is brought to you by Water, available on all major carriers. So today we're up against one of Japan Airlines' newest A350s.
That's right, Andrew. This is only the 4th A350, and it's just over a year old after being brought up from Toulouse in October of 2019.
The aircraft has 369 seats in 3 classes over 61 rows.
And what passengers will notice is that space dedicated to that Class J. Those 94 Class J seats extend past the second boarding door and over the wing.
We also see that those looking for a window seat should avoid 39A and K.
Well, and don't count out those 6 lavatories that can be found throughout the whole aircraft, rounding it out perfectly.
Just before we end off, we should know that there are 2 seating layouts for this aircraft.
Yeah, and what passengers have to note is that today we are using the XO1 layout. However, the A350 can also be configured with 391 seats by reducing that J class to only 56 seats. Back to you.
And with that, looks like the plane is all warmed up. Let's go ahead and check out the takeoff.
If anyone wants to check out my channel at SaskAWatch Gaming, follow the link in the description. Thanks for having me.
Our 90-minute flight today is going to take us down the island of Honshu, over Osaka and Hiroshima. Unfortunately, it was overcast for the majority of the trip, so let's take a few moments and check out what we can expect in Class J on this A350. Class J comes in a comfortable 2-4-2 seating configuration. Seat back, you'll find a coat hook, a large 11.6-inch adjustable display with the phone jack, USB port, and a credit card slot, I believe. Lower, you'll find the seat back pocket. I enjoyed the two smaller pouches, useful for my trusty water bottle and other personal items. Here you'll also find the breakfast bag, safety card, Wi-Fi connection guide, Skyward magazine, jog shop, and standard headphones. Boy, they really pack it in there. I always travel with my own headphones, so I didn't end up using those. Moving on, the center armrest contains the cocktail tray, the remote, seat adjustments, and tray table. It's adjustable and gives you enough space to excuse yourself when the table is halved. One tip is that I recommend choosing a seat with a tray table that's on your dominant hand side. It's sturdier closer to the armrest for if you need to get some work done. And below you'll find the universal socket and another headphone jack. The opposite side of the seat also contains a small pocket as well. The maroon gray seat, of course, was very comfortable. No issues here. The headrest is adjustable and there's a generous recline. To increase your relaxation, there's also a footrest as well. It's the first time I've seen this feature on a plane. And last but not least, each seat is equipped with a personal reading light. And I thought this was a fantastic feature. It's highly customizable and it dims. On a night flight especially, I think it adds to the cozy environment that the seat provides. It's a step above the standard reading light for sure. The A350 is of course equipped with Wi-Fi and it's free, regardless of class, on all domestic Japan Airlines flight. Connection was straightforward and easy, so with the free Wi-Fi, I was able to post during my trip. Be sure to follow me on Twitter for more aviation related content. Soon after takeoff, there was a drink service and I wasn't expecting it, so a hot cup of coffee in the morning was quite lovely. Of course, after a cup of coffee, one must frequent the lavatory, and on this aircraft, the chestnut brown lavatories were quite spacious, and I don't feel so confined with opposite mirrors. Easily enough space to change into something more comfortable on a long-haul flight. And if you find yourself traveling in economy, you can expect a 3-3-3 seating configuration with large screens and foldable tables. Looks pretty spacious and symmetrical. The entertainment system was quick and responsive. There were only 2 movies with a wider selection of TV shows. My flight was initially delayed by 30 minutes, so this gave me enough time to get through 1 movie on this flight. In Class J, you'll also find a remote. I thought it was useful only if you're in the reclined position, but honestly, it's quicker just to use the touchscreen. By the way, does anyone use the QWERTY keyboard on these remotes? If you do, leave a comment and let us know for what. And if media isn't your thing, you can always keep your eye on the plane. The Class J is wonderfully designed. In addition to the color scheme, the large windows allows plenty of daylight in. Interestingly enough, the optional personal air vents were not purchased for these aircraft, but that allowed for the center overhead bins to be recessed, yielding more space for the cabin. The Class J seat, regardless of distance, starts at only 1,000 yen, about $10 over an economy ticket. I think this is a very reasonable deal, and you'll thank yourself for the wider seat and added space for your flight. Jumping on a new aircraft is always exciting. Like a new car, there's so many new bells and whistles. New seats, entertainment system, and cabin design provides for more enhanced passenger experience. The advancements in engineering allowing for a lighter, more quieter, and more efficient aircraft. An aircraft that can be pressured to lower altitude. Japan Airlines is proud of their A350s. It truly is a prodigious aircraft. Alright, so we made it to the hotel here in Fukuoka. My battery died just as I got off the airplane. My seat had two places to charge my device, yet I still didn't. Speaking of my seat, the seat was fantastic. I really enjoyed the Class J seat. It's wide, spacious, plenty of space for someone like myself and to put out everything that you have going with you. I really enjoy that light. Dims, it's movable, it just adds that little bit of flexibility for the passenger. The A350 itself is fantastic, nice, large plane. Surprising how quiet it actually is compared to other planes I've been on. Also, as well, I was really happy to have a drink service. It's been so long since there were drink services on airplanes. I know many airlines still don't have drink service, except maybe for a bottle of water. So for my 7 o'clock in the morning flight, I was happy to get a hot cup of coffee that early. My one gray area for the day was when we were boarding. I saw the notice for the first class, and first class and the people with status with One World can board and all that. But I didn't see anything for Class J passengers and went directly into economy. The problem with that, of course, is that there's the airplane seats like 350 people, so it got really really crowded at the start. Which brings me into the second point. I have a tip: if you are going to fly on the A350 Class J, I would say to get a seat in front of that second door, so you're not having everyone in economy passing you by, the dozens of people. And I think that'll just give you a quieter, more relaxing time to get into your seat and just enjoy yourself just that little bit more. But overall, the Class J seat in Japan and Japan Airlines is only 1,000 yen more on domestic flights. So the A350 is used for the longer flights, Tokyo to Sapporo, Fukuoka, and Naha in Okinawa. So for $10 more to get that comfort of that seat, I think it's a great deal. Anyways, I want to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the look inside Japan Airlines A350. If you have flown on A350 before, maybe leave a comment and let me know what airline it was from. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys around next time.